One more day, people. Let's go. Tomorrow is the first Nintendo Direct in a while, and the only thing I can think about is the frickin' Smash ballot. Oh my gosh. It has been way too long. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this time. This may be possibly the last time to speculate as far as DLC characters for Smash for Wii U. So these are the 6 characters that I would add if I had any say at all. Have fun. While I can't exactly justify another Mario series character, Daisy is the one character in the franchise that I would make an exception for. Given how similar she is to Peach, she pretty much only gets out of the castle whenever Peach needs a doubles partner or Mario throws a party or something. That said, these sports roles are part of what make her so memorable though. While most of the female Smash Bros roster are stoic and composed like Zelda or Rosalina, or just silent, Daisy is often super competitive and has a bit of a temper too. If Daisy made it into Smash, she would almost have to be based around sports. Her striker's outfit would be the most striking, with or without armor. While Peach and Wii Fit Trainer cover some sports, Daisy could use the concept to the fullest, I think. There's 2 ways I could see it working. You could either focus on one very heavily, like having a disjointed tennis racket with various angled shots, or more interestingly, have her various smashes and B moves use a variety of different pieces of equipment, a bit like Peach and Ness. If they wanted to, they could even pull from her various Mario Party and kart outings. Either way, I'd love it if Daisy got to kick some ass for once. As a kid, the Ice Climbers were unlike anything I'd seen in a fighting game. I mean, like, 2 characters at once, who does that? And I have a lot of love for them. As much as it break my heart to separate them, at this point I'd take a single Ice Climber, preferably with swappable alts. I just want the little guys back. It's all the more painful that it almost happened, too. More than any other veteran, they're the coolest in my book. If they were gonna go with just one, well, chain grabs. What are those? I mean, like, yeah, so pretty much you'd only have to give them some kind of new FB and they'd be alright. They might not be top tier like they were before, but hey, at least they'd be back. Of all the third-party characters they could go with, Simon seemed like the most obvious choice. I do think Bomberman fits the style really well, and I do love Snake, but Konami's missing a rep, and what better pick than the original Vampire Killer, right? He's got NES appeal much the same way as Mega Man, and unlike Snake, Castlevania's had a much more consistent presence on Nintendo consoles, being on Game Boy Advance and DS and the like. As for a move list, do I even need to say anything? He whips it. Whips it good. Advance Wars has fallen to the wayside as of late, and it's a damn shame. Fire Emblem has 5 characters on the roster and 1 assist trophy, Lindis, while Advance Wars suffers with an assist trophy ripped from Brawl featuring none of its named characters. Part of the reason for this is obvious. Nintendo doesn't like the idea of Mario getting capped in the ass. I mean, it's pretty understandable. I mean, it's a kid's game and all. A similar issue arose when Snake joined the Brawl and was forced to drop his firearms in favor of a more explosive moveset. So, know who could make use of military-grade explosives and wouldn't require any messy legal mumbo-jumbo Kojima pachinkos? Andy? No, shut up, Sammy. Girl power. Really, though, there are a number of characters that could work, but Andy, Sammy, and Max would be the most recognizable choices, being as they're from the first game and all. To be sure, I'd have no problem with Snake making it back, but I'd be equally happy if Advance Wars got some love and filled the void at the same time. And hey, how cool would an Airstrike Final Smash be? That'd be freaking sweet. Speaking of neglected series, you ever gonna finish Dark Dawn's story, Camelot? It's only been 5 years. No rush or anything. When I saw Isaac was no longer an assist trophy, you bet your ass I got my hopes up. But of course, Daddy Sakurai was immediate to dash those hopes. Based on the results of several polls, I'm glad to see I'm not the only one that wants to see the Venus adept make a comeback though, as a fully playable character, of course. Of my choices, I feel like Isaac is the most realistic for sure. Granted, yet another swordsman might seem a little overkill. 8, 9, 10... Holy crap. Does Greninja count? But the various elemental gene Isaac could use could make him radically different from almost every other sword fighter. Oh, you thought Marth had a good grab range in melee? Hands! Ever wonder what a swordsman looks like while teleporting? Well, bam! The rest could be your standard avatar-ish moves. There's really a lot for Sakurai to work with. All I know for sure is as long as I get to see Judgment and Glorious HD, all will have been worth. So very worth. So, I'm about to lose pretty much all of you on this one, but as a longtime Tales fan since the very first game, nothing would make me happier than if Namco got a second rep, and if it was Kless from Tales of Phantasia, well, let's just say I would need a new pair of pants. Hear me out. Kless is from an action RPG with a 2D fighting game light battle system where you have a standard attack button and a button for specials. Sound familiar? He has a myriad of sword techniques, some of which harness elements, giving him a ton of movement options, from flaming dives to rising lightning attacks, and even a teleport. He's been featured in plenty of Tales crossovers, more than any other playable character, and even a Smash-style fighting game on PSP. What the hell, Namco? PS4, please! He's usually given a meaty two-handed style, but uses a shield in his own games, which could act similar to Link's, or maybe Palutena's shield bashes. His iconic Demon Fang is a must, and could be a projectile much like Ice Climbers. As far as his significance to Nintendo, the original Phantasia was on SNES, and while it's been remade several times for Sony consoles, only the Game Boy Advance version has made it stateside. Tales is popular globally, but especially in Japan, so a rep would be phenomenally cool. I won't lie and say the much more recognizable Lloyd Irving isn't probably a better choice, but Kless is definitely my boy, and would be an instant main. So what characters are you hoping for, fam? The roster's already pretty satisfying, but hopefully tomorrow brings a lot of hype and happiness. Till next time, this is William B, aka Avalon, wishing you an awesome rest of your week. Oh, and Smash for days. It's still a thing. Just, venues, man. Venues.